I'm on a mission to review and rank every single episode of Star Wars The Clone Wars, and I'm not stopping until it is done. I'm of course talking about the critically acclaimed 3D computer animated Star Wars anthology series that first aired in 2008 and ended in 2020. Not to be confused with Star Wars Clone Wars, the 2D animated micro series that was released in 2003. I'm watching and reviewing every single episode in the official release order to keep things simple and ranking each episode as I go along. When all is said and done, I'll have a complete and comprehensive ranking of every episode from the entire series. So to make sure you don't miss a single episode, like this video and subscribe to the channel to ensure you stay on this journey with me. There will be spoilers for today's featured episode, so viewers beware. Now, on to today's episode. Today we are looking at episode 16 from season 1 titled The Hidden Enemy. After a secret Republic ambush on the planet Christophsis is foiled by the Separatists, Anakin Skywalker, Obi-Wan Kenobi, Captain Rex, and Commander Cody discover that they have a traitor within their ranks. When Anakin and Obi-Wan leave the base to investigate, Rex and Cody are left to find the mole. Eventually they discover that a clone trooper called Slick is the traitor. While the Jedi encounter and duel Asajj Ventress, the clones lead a disastrous chase through their base, but finally capture Slick. With their intel leak resolved, the Jedi turn their attention to an impeding Separatist attack that they now have to face with impeded forces. Once again, the hidden enemy proves that clone troopers are more than capable of carrying their own stories without relying on the Jedi. This simple story about a traitor in the clone ranks is compelling, action-packed, and answers some important questions. Straight away, the episode opens with a claustrophobic Separatist counterattack against the Republic in these skyscrapers. Droids corner the clones, and we haven't seen a close quarters battle like this before, so it's interesting to see how both sides react. Anakin's cable ride to reach Obi-Wan is brilliant, and the rooftop extraction that follows caps off a tense and dynamic sequence. I also love how this random clone has the foresight to steal the head off of this tactical droid for intel. What a legend! But the real meat and potatoes of this episode is the traitor plot. Clone Wars to this point had never really given a definitive answer as to whether or not clones truly had free will. Sure, they could talk back and go about things their own way, but they never disobeyed orders. While the revelation of a clone trooper traitor within Rex and Cody's ranks answers this question, it makes sense that clones don't usually disobey orders. They're conditioned for war, they don't know any different. Slick is an outlier, which makes his story so much more interesting. When Rex and Cody figure out which squad the traitor belongs to and sit them all down to question them, the scene isn't just about rooting out the traitor. It also further proves that clones have individuality despite being genetic copies of each other. You have one trooper that has an almost autistic tradition about cleaning his weapon after each mission, and another who collects fingers from battle droids as a way of taking back what they steal from him every day. It's not much, but it shows that each clone is a little different from his other brothers. It also lays the groundwork for justifying how Slick is able to betray his brothers. I love how he gives himself up simply by a slip of the tongue, giving away info only the traitor would know. Slick doesn't even defect for money or riches, he does it because Asajj Ventress offered him freedom. He then goes on to rant about how clones are slaves to the Republic and are forced to fight in a war they might not care about. He says he betrayed the Republic for his brothers to try and free them, but he got troopers killed in the process, so while he might think he has noble intentions, he went about the whole thing totally wrong. It's interesting to think that the clones fight in the war purely because they are conditioned to. It's what they were bred for. Without the war, they wouldn't exist, so why would they want anything more? They have the free will that would enable them to defect, as Slick proves, but they choose not to. Their free will makes them far more valuable than a battle droid, but it also enables wild cards like Slick. The clone plot is so compelling that I'm honestly annoyed when the episode cuts away to Anakin and Obi-Wan fighting Ventress. Sure, lightsaber fights and all that, but even though their mission is directly connected to the main plot, it doesn't add anything to the episode, and it feels like a distraction. I would have much rather seen this whole subplot removed from the episode so that the tension in the trooper plot is allowed to play out without interruption. There is of course a reason as to why the Jedi plot is in this episode. It's because The Hidden Enemy is a prequel to the Clone Wars movie. The Jedi sequences set up the plot that unravels in the movie, and Slick's bombing of the clone weapon depot sets up the reason that the Republic is losing at the start of the film. It gives some background to the film, but it's strange that this episode was released so late into the first season. And finally, Obi-Wan's flirtatious relationship with Ventress is also on full display here. Obi-Wan is quite the ladies' man. The latter half of Clone Wars' first season continues to provide some of the series' very best episodes. The Hidden Enemy answers some important questions about the free will of clone troopers and the reasons they fight this war. Coupled with some excellent boots on the ground trooper battles and fantastic lightsaber duels, this episode about a traitorous clone provides some compelling military intrigue that thrills from start to finish, effectively leading into the theatrical Clone Wars film. And that was The Hidden Enemy. Ranking it against every other episode of Clone Wars I've reviewed so far, it currently sits at number 5. Will it hold this place? Only time will tell. And here is the complete ranking so far. That's me finished for this episode. Now, I want to hear from all of you. What's your personal review of this episode? Where would you rank it among every other episode of Clone Wars? Let me know in the comments below after you've liked the video and subscribed. I'll see you guys next time with another Clone Wars episode review and ranking. Until then, thank you for watching. As always, look after yourselves, stay safe, and I'll see you all in the next video.